What's up guys, in today's video we are going to completely transform this Robalo. Let's go. Guys, make sure you stick around to the end of this video. The before and after video of this boat is absolutely crazy. We completely brought this beautiful boat back to life. Let's go. All right guys, so let's go ahead and check out our boat for the day. We have a 2015 24-foot Robalo here. You can see all down the hull we have some extreme oxidation. This was our original test spot that I came out and did about 3 weeks ago to book the job. We have really nasty oxidation, definitely more through the side. In the back here it kind of fades, but we're going to do a full sand restoration on the hull and on the rail up here. We also need to remove all of the Robalo decals and the registration numbers up top. Coming into the top side here, the boat's in relatively decent shape, definitely pretty oxidized. The seat cushions are completely thrashed. Step number one in our detail today is actually going to be removing the damaged seat cushions for our client. They're going to be getting all of the seat cushions replaced after our full restoration. On the inside here, we got a lot of buffing to do. Inside of these fish boxes and whatnot, we have a lot of rust, so we're going to be doing some rust removal. This particular client wanted us to do a full revival package on the hull, including ceramics. So we're going to sand down the entire hull, buff it, polish it, and ceramic coat it. On the top side, we're just going to be doing our buff and shine package, which is the heavy cut, the polish and protect, and wax. So it's a little bit of a hybrid detail. So in this video, I'm going to teach you guys everything you need to know to completely restore your boat, and watch us bring this boat back to life. Let's go.
All right guys, so let's hop into it. First thing, we are going to remove these older seat cushions so our client can replace them once we're done with the full restore. Then we're going to step into the very first step of the detail process, and that is going to be removing all of the rust stains. We're going to be using Revival Rust Stain Remover. Guys, this product instantly dissolves rust stains, usually within about 10 to 15 seconds. On stubborn rust stains, you do need to let it sit for roughly 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure you never let this product dry onto the surface, and always rinse it off with water once you're done with the process. Once we're done that, we're going to start our washing process. So we do the rust stain remover first, and then we'll come through and fully rinse down the boat and start with our seat cushions. We have diluted super clean 50/50. We spray it directly on the seat cushions, scrub it with a light detail brush, and then we'll take a light magic eraser and scrub the vinyl. This is going to fully deep clean the vinyl, removing all dirt, grime, and bird droppings. It's going to leave the vinyl seats completely stripped down and fully clean. We are about to release a full vinyl cleaner that will be available in about 4 to 6 weeks. It will be called Revival Intense Clean. We just didn't have any, and that's why we didn't use it on this boat. Next, we're going to wash the surface. We're going to be using Revival Wash and Wax Boat Soap to get this boat fully clean. This boat did have a lot of dirt and grime. It looked like it had been sitting all winter long, so we're going to get all that dirt off of the surface, all the mold and mildew off of the surface. Now, let's talk about Revival Wash and Wax Boat Soap. This boat soap is an amazing soap for doing your first initial pre-wash. You can also use this soap as your maintenance wash. This is a highly effective cleaning agent, so it will wash away mold. It will wash away mildew stains with ease. It's really good with fish blood, fish guts, and that kind of thing too. So it will tackle very deep cleaning to get our surface prepared for our correction steps. When we are doing this initial wash process, we always want to make sure we do a thorough wash to make sure we remove all dirt and grime before we start our correction process. We're going to get the boat completely dried once we're done washing it so that we can start our correction process. Once the boat is fully dried, we are going to strip it down. So we're going to get everything off of the boat that we possibly can easily remove. We're not going to get too crazy with this, but all these hooks, we're going to remove those. Now we are going to remove the Robalo decals. The way we're going to do this is we actually take a fishing line and get behind it to pop the decal off. Then we're going to follow up with a heat gun to loosen up the abrasive, and then finally wipe it with acetone to fully remove all of the glue.
We are officially done with the washing process, and now it is time to start sanding and buffing. Let's go.
So in this particular boat, we had to do a ton of sanding on this boat. So on the top rail here, where you can see us sanding right now, we did an 800 grit dry sand and a 1000 grit dry sand. On the hull, we ended up having to go pretty deep with a 600 grit, 800 grit, and 1000 grit to fully remove all the ghosting from the old decal as best as we could, and to get that deep oxidation out of the surface. Now, the reason why we chose to sand this is not really because we couldn't remove the oxidation with our heavy cut compound, which you can do. The reason why we really had to sand it is because this boat had what is called pigment fading. Pigment fading is where the gray actually starts to be bleached from the sun into that white color. So when we perform the dry sanding process, we're actually sanding all the way past the dead, dry white pigment, and we're revealing the fresh, brand new new gray gel coat underneath. All right, and as soon as we're done with the dry sanding process, now it is time to fully remove all of the sanding scratches that we just put in the surface. In order to do that, we're going to be using Revival Heavy Cut Compound paired with a rotary buffer with a white wool buffing pad. Now, to get the best results and to get the most cutting ability out of this Revival Heavy Cut Compound, you must run your rotary buffer at a high speed. To fully remove all those deep sanding scratches, we ran our buffer at around 2,000 to 2,500 RPM. Revival Heavy Cut Compound absolutely loves high temperatures, so the faster you run your machine, the better cutting power and the better results that you are going to achieve. Now on the top side, we didn't do any sanding, so all we did was use our Revival Heavy Cut Compound to fully remove that oxidation. The top side didn't really have that pigment fading because the gel coat's already white, so if it is just straight oxidation, the Revival Heavy Cut Compound will fully remove extreme oxidation. In order to do this, we use the same pad, same machine, and we ran our machines around that 2,000 RPM speed setting. Now, it is really important when you're running a rotary buffer to always do what's called the crosshatch pattern. That's going to be 3 full passes. That's going to be side to side, up and down, side to side, breaking each section in around 2-foot sections to get perfect results every single time. Now, as soon as we're done with the rotary buffer, it's time to remove the swirl marks that the Revival Heavy Cut Compound puts in the surface. You must always follow up with a polishing step to fully remove the swirls and leave an absolute perfect finish. To do that, we're using 2 different products here. We're going to be using Revival Medium Cut Compound on the hull sides, and we're going to use Revival Polish and Protect on the top sides. The reason why we're doing the 2 products is because we are waxing the top side of this boat and we're ceramic coating the hull sides of this boat. The Revival Polish and Protect is a diminishing abrasive compound that has polymer sealant inside of it that is going to prime the surface for our wax. Anytime that you are ceramic coating a hull, you cannot put any wax or have any products that have wax inside of them, so that's why we're using the Revival Medium Cut on the hull sides. To do this polishing step, we are using a MaxShine M21 dual action polisher paired with a heavy cutting foam pad. This heavy cutting foam pad with the dual action polisher is going to give us amazing cutting abilities, but also leave a beautiful perfect finish on the surface. Anytime that we're running the dual action polisher or the rotary buffer, we're always doing the crosshatch pattern. 3 passes total, side to side, up and down, side to side. And on this machine, we usually run our speed setting around the 4 setting to 5 speed setting. Alrighty, so all of our correction steps at this point are completely finished. Now it's time to start cleaning and add our protective layer. To do that, we're just going to do a full detailed clean on the top side and the hull sides, just to make sure that we fully remove all the extra compound dust and just dirt that we may have tracked in and out the boat on the flooring from working on the inside and the hull side. We're going to take Revival Wash and Wax boat soap again and wash the full boat to make sure we have a perfectly clean surface for our protective layer. Once we're done that on the top side, we're going to wrap up our top side details. We have a Revival vinyl guard that we're going to spray directly onto the vinyl seat cushion and massage it in. Once this product cures onto the surface, guys, this product is insane. We have seen it last 7.5 months on protecting vinyl, water beating like crazy, and repelling dirt, and even sunscreen. This product is going to change the industry once it's released. Now, once we're done the seat cushions, we're going to hop to Revival Corrosion Blocker. We're going to put Revival Corrosion Blocker on all the metal surfaces. This is going to clean the metal surfaces, it's going to protect the metal surfaces and stop them from oxidizing and corroding over time. Once that's done, we're just going to do a final wipe out on all of our compartments to make sure the top side is completely spotless to get ready for waxing.
Alrighty, so we officially got the boat all completely washed out, completely dried. We got the guys starting to wax all on the top side of the surfaces, and on the hull sides, we're gonna go ahead and apply the Revival Marine Ceramic Coating. Our client went ahead and opted in for the Marine Ceramic Coating on the hull sides because we had to do a ton of sanding and buffing. He wanted to go with the absolute best protection. Now on the top side, he opted out of sanding the top side just to save a little money on the budget. So on the top side, we're applying the Revival Premium Boat Wax. On the hull sides, we're using the Revival Marine Ceramic Coating. Let's get it.
All right, guys, so let's go ahead and hop right into the waxing process on the top side. To do this, we are using Revival Premium Boat Wax paired with a MaxShine M8 SV2 with a white polishing foam pad. This combination is going to be the easiest possible way to completely wax and protect the topside surfaces. With Revival Premium Boat Wax, this is an ultra thick polymer sealant that is going to add at least 4 to 6 months of solid UV protection to your vessel. We purposely built this product for saltwater, but for freshwater, guys, it's going to last even longer and it will get you through an entire boating season with just one simple application. Once you have successfully applied the Revival Premium Boat Wax to the entire surface, you do need to let it sit for roughly 15 to 30 minutes before you take 2 fresh microfiber towels and wipe off the residue. Allowing this curing process is very important because this is going to let the polymers and the resins inside of the wax completely bond to the gel coat, and it's going to create a hard shell on the exterior of the surface to protect the surface from oxidation, fading, and it's also going to make the surface ultra slick and super easy to clean. When the product is done and the process is finished, it's going to leave a perfect finish on the boat. Now let's go ahead and move down to the hull for the last step of this detail. We're going to be using Revival Marine Ceramic Coating to ceramic coat the entire hull. The first step of that process is going to be wiping the entire surface down with an alcohol wipe to completely remove any oils or any fingerprints or anything that may be on the surface that can potentially harm the bonding process of the ceramic coating. We're going to take isopropyl alcohol and wipe down the entire surface to make it completely ready for our ceramic coating. Once we have completed that prep process, we're going to take our Revival Marine Ceramic Coating, apply it to our ceramic applicator pad, and we are going to start the ceramic coating process. To do this, we're going to break the hull up into roughly 5-foot sections and break it down into 5-foot sections, working ourselves all the way down the vessel. To apply the marine ceramic coating, it is always super important that we make sure we get even coverage, apply it to the surface, let it cure for roughly 1 minute. Then we're going to take 2 fresh microfiber towels and wipe off the remaining excess. When we do this, it's going to leave a nice layer of ceramic coating on the hull that's going to keep this hull protected for up to 18 months. We're also going to do the exact same process on the rail up here. We're going to apply the ceramic coating to all the gel coated surfaces and all the metal surfaces to completely protect the exterior of this vessel. Now let's go ahead and touch on the benefits between ceramic coating and waxing your boat. Most waxes out there will only last about 3 to 4 months, whereas our Revival Premium Boat Wax, you'll still get a good solid 4 to 6 months of solid protection, whereas the ceramic coating is a more permanent shield where you're going to get up to 12 to 18 months. And if your boat is actually stored indoors, you could even get up to 2 years out of a simple application process. Now, once you're done, it's going to leave a perfect smooth finish gloss. The gloss on the ceramic coating is absolutely insane. Guys, now that we have the ceramic coating done, we have the wax done, go ahead and check out this before and after. It's crazy.
Well guys, that is it for today's video. This boat came out looking absolutely beautiful, insane. The guys are wrapping up just some minor details. If you got any value out of today's video, please hit the like button, hit that subscribe button, and hit that little bell notification so that every time we make a video, it will pop up. And like always, all of the products that we talked about in today's video are in the description section down below. You can click those links and purchase those products, and we really appreciate you guys for that. You can also shop all of the Revival Marine Care product line on shop.revivalmarinecare.com. Alrighty guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. We'll see you guys on our next video. Let's go.